are having our final segment this morning, and it's all about Skatta, Willy show. This one's quite interesting. Now, I see Paul's face like, what is that? Well, we have here with us Melissa Espat, and she is a playwright, producer, and director who will be here to talk about this show. I always look forward to having you here on the show, Miss Espat, because I know it's something creative that we will be talking about. But welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here. It's so much fun talking to you guys. So we're having Skatta Willy this weekend, Friday and Saturday at the Bliss. And it's the first ever interactive play. It's a theatrical performance that I wrote, and it's really interesting because the audience decides the ending of the play.
How does that work?
This is probably the first time something like this is happening in Belize.
This is the first time we're using technology, we're using our resources, our creativity to have the audience decide, who is going to stay with Willy. So the entire idea, the premise is that Willy is a man. And he needs to make his decision whether to stay with his mom, his diabetic mother, who's ailing and very abusive too, or choose the girlfriend who is very fascinating, very controlling, conniving.
It's like pick your poison, it sounds like.
If I have a choice to making her go with none,
actually, that is a choice.
Really?
That is a choice. So what we've done, the audience gets to learn who the mother is, and you get to learn who the girlfriend is, and from there, you help him because he tends to ask throughout the play, I need help. I need to know who to choose. Tell me, teach me who, or guide me and tell me who I need to choose. And he goes through a series of things that happen, and you either feel sorry for him, feel sorry for the girlfriend, or feel sorry for the mom, and then that's how you decide. So I just wanted to show how the tickets look.
This is your camera
right here. All right, so this is how the ticket looks. And if you notice here, we have a QR code.
Yes.
The QR code takes you directly to a survey, and that survey will ask you who your choice is. Choice number 1, the mother. Choice number 2, the girlfriend. Or 3, neither. And so by intermission, we're going to remind the audience to please vote, to do the poll. And then from there, we will go backstage and tell the main actors, this is the option we're going with. So really, they have 3 options that they are practicing. They have 3 alternate endings. So it could be that Friday night we have, that's it.
Paul already started.
I saw it on the screen.
Can you share? I don't know if
so it is a survey, as you said.
Yes.
Skatta Willy. It says the ending survey.
Yes.
Right, for Saturday night, and one of the questions here.
It's only one question.
Okay, so the question here, Skatta Willy. An audience poll to determine the end of the play, as you said. Very interactive. I really like this. It says, so the question is, how do you think Skatta Willy should end? I'll give out the question. Give out the answers.
That's fine.
So it says, 1 is, Willy decides to stay with his grumpy diabetic mother. The second one, Willy decides to marry his controlling but beautiful girlfriend. And then the final one, Willy chooses neither and enjoys his single life. That would be my choice for Willy. Self-care. Come on, man.
Choose yourself. And mental health, right?
And mental health, right? But some others might think differently.
I feel like I'd want to play devil's advocate.
And what would you choose?
I don't know. I feel like I'd choose my mom.
Well, you see, that's a conversation that we've been having, and even in practice, David Morey, who is Willy, says, you know what, Ms. Mel, I think people choose the mom.
Really?
And then, of course, Charmaine Garcia, who plays the mother, says, no, they're going to play the mom. And she's been sharing some posts of, standing in front of KHMH, crying to the audience, saying, I'm sick, please help me and choose me. And women and mothers out there saying, no, he has to choose his mom. And the girlfriend, of course, I'm like, the man can't give
the Bible says the man leaves his mother and clings
actually,
to.
we're using
That's
that.
it?
We're using that. You know, that's a part of. That's what
Okay.
we're using. But yeah, and she says, your mom can't give you what I can give you.
Oh.
Right?
This is so innovative, though, Mrs. But will you guys suggest that the audience answer the survey after watching a portion first?
Well, we have said it's open.
Okay,
it's open
it's
already.
open.
So whenever they choose, because some of them have already gotten an impression of what's going to happen.
Okay.
But we're opening it all the way, and so right before the intermission starts, the host or the MC is going to remind the audience to vote. We're going to have the QR codes available there. And, during intermission, we're going to look at the survey, and then I have to go backstage and say, okay, guys, option 1, option 2. And there's a probability that we're going to have the same options both Friday and Saturday. Or, Friday's option 1 and Saturday's option 3.
So that even encourages you to want to watch it a second time.
Right.
And for me, like, I would want to at least get a little taste of the characters, right? I want to say, what is Ma really about? I just want to leave it. I want to see what this wife or this girlfriend really about. Just a little bit for me to decide, I'm not going no.
Right. And poor Willy, he's a typical young man who's been constantly abused by his mother all his life. And finally this young lady comes and says, I can love you, and I can love you a better way. And one of the things that I wanted to bring, and yes, it is very funny, it's a humorous play, but we are supported by the special envoy. And so everything about this speaks gender-based violence. And the message that we're trying to send is that it's not only girls.
Yes.
We have boys, children, boyfriends who are also victims of violence, And how do we as a community respond to it? And so even the poll will tell us how we respond to violence. Does he pick the mother? Then is it okay for mothers to beat their kids?
That's so true.
And control their children? Is it okay for the girlfriend to do so? Or when do we liberate ourselves? How do we liberate ourselves? So it's much more than just the comedic part to it. It's the message that we're sending.
Such a fabulous idea, Mrs. Pat. And I have to ask, where did this idea come from? Because this is the first time we are seeing something of this kind here in play right here in Belize.
Well, it's the same thing, when I was writing, and this is my first writing on my own. I've used so much of my experiences going to primary school, seeing my friends and their parents, even my children, their naughtiness at school, right? So I'm using that, and I'm thinking, who should he stay with? And while I'm writing, I am saying, should he stay with the mom? And then I said, well, what if we have the audience decide? And it just came up. And so we were thinking, well, how will that happen? And I said, well, we do a poll, and how will that happen? And so, being a teacher as well, QR codes have become our friends.
Yes.
Everything technology has become our friend. And even with the environment, we're using all these, and that's how our, by the way, side note, playbill is also going to be electronic. We're going to have a QR code for the playbill. But it's just a way to say, well, the audience loves to be a part of any decision that makes. They love interactivity.
Yes. We love having an opinion too.
Yes.
I mean, you go put your relationship online, everyone feels like they are entitled to sharing who's wrong, who's right.
It's just about participation.
Yeah, we love participating.
Right. And of course, we're taking some of the things that are happening in our community presently, and we're bringing it on stage, and we're making fun of it, but we're sending a real message too. Was that really okay?
Yeah.
Or do we approve of it? No, we don't.
Yeah.
But so we're going to tease you up on stage. And that's one of the good things with theater, is that it is an avenue to talk about social justice issues without really calling anybody name. No shade, right? Just saying this is a problem.
So let's talk about tickets, where you can get your tickets, ticket prices, and the availability at this.
All right, so this is how the ticket looks. We have 3 outlets. Blue Bakery on Bachelor's Avenue. We have Price and Company on Daly Street, and we have the Bliss. Miss Jillian Fuller at the Bliss, the Belize is amazing. They're really, really awesome people to work with. And they have tickets there. And you can call me at 610-3627. It's supposed to be on the other flyer, but you can call me and you can reserve your tickets.
Wonderful.
We will, just a side note too, Sandcast is one of our sponsors, and so giveaways, again, the first of its kind. The audience will be interacting, so lots of giveaways going on during the show, intermission, after the show. And so we're excited about that.
Excellent.
Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you.
As you mentioned, this is
Very
the first
innovative.
time that you are completely taking ownership of your writing here and doing it completely on your own. This is going to be, I think, so interesting for persons present to be a part of as well.
Right.
And to know that it's your first one, so you have to really
Yeah.
go big, you know?
Yeah, and it's nerve-wracking because I'm thinking, I love it. I mean, we're looking at it, we're practicing and we're laughing. I mean, the things that you're going to see on stage, it is Belizean culture, but you know, yeah, we're excited about it.
All right. Well, congratulations to you. And we look forward to watching the show. We wish you all the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
All right. We are going to take our final break. And when we come back, we wrap things up.